Facebook, I'm on Facebook Live, Andy Globe, but on my YouTube Live as well. But at the moment, I think more often on Facebook Live because Facebook Live, I think, serves a better bit rate. I'm not sure about it, but I think the rendering is more clear and the sound is more clear on Facebook than on YouTube. Without giving, maybe I'm wrong, but this is, I have the feeling, I think you can go for more bits on Facebook than on YouTube. Or that's just me. Check it out yourself. Maybe I'm wrong or you come to the same conclusion. Enjoy Andy Globe. Arrange one of my new instrumentals. So, yeah, to my new arrangement, I came up with, since low white great rims, I think that's explainable to me, kind of my formula or my latest formula of composing and arranging music. What is kind of maybe your receipt of a cook if you say, okay, can do me that steak or T-bone or spaghetti? What is your receipt? This is how I do my music at the moment. My arrangement receipt, what makes really sense to me, and I'm very happy about it because, yeah, I think it serves a certain type of hit formula, a certain type of hit frame that you say, okay, that's, yeah, sounds like a cool song, sounds like a radio song, kind of. This is the system I, yeah, will go for now for this song or a couple of tracks. Let's see about that. someone said kind of you create a great format. I don't know if it's true. I think sound wise, content wise it is. Click wise, I don't know. But cool for tune in, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's a beautiful format. I'm very happy about it. Thanks to all people who make this possible. Took kind of, I don't know, now I think 18 years or more to come to that point of doing that beautiful broadcast with this beautiful music live to the whole wide world, YouTube, Facebook, and more. And I think in this case, I think you can say what you say, kind of, but if we are spot this beautiful, of course you have to thank maybe the governments and even, maybe kings and more, or whatever the name is of the leader of countries, maybe organizer of countries, staff of countries, maybe for bring it together kind of over centuries, over time, kind of. If you expect, for example, a Spanish guitar, I am someone who is reflected, of course, by that beautiful instrument and maybe forefathers who played the guitar, who took it from somewhere to bring it maybe somehow to me. And so there are people in front of me, of course, that that carried this history and keep this history together to build role models that people like me have that reflection or come to this reflection again to build my story or my history as well on this tradition. If we see, for example, the SSL EQ, kind of the famous record equipment from all over the world, etc., etc. So we, of course, you have to see governments in this, and maybe like I said, the kings or what the headmaster or master of the country or staff master of the country is, kind of to organize things, to keep things history and legend. So I think this is where governments as well come in to say, hey, thanks for that beautiful EQ I can use for my project now. Thanks for this beautiful drum machine I can use now that someone maybe for 50, 60, 70 years when I was even not born really come up with this idea that I can use this beautiful equipment, etc., etc. So of course, thanks to all these Bundeskanzlers, kings, presidents, and all other peoples that was in front of me who make this possible, that I can write my story and my history in this beautiful lane of music and art or any other regime, kind of, if this is the right word in English for it. So let's check it out. Beautiful. I think that's cool. If we need the choir, but I think it sounds strong. Let's see about that if we take the choir out or the choir in. Using a delay. I think every version sounds cool. I think we have a version that seems to work out. I think I will do this in audio in a second. Yeah, let's have a couple of minutes to it and then make a decision. Which arrangement I want to use, or use them all, kind of doing an lesson or making off out of it, kind of anyway, by having a live session. Yeah, thanks to, of course, the media or the TV senders, radio senders. I never, I think, thought about it so far, or I thought about bringing my stuff to radio, of course, but then as I start really to get serious as musician by playing every day, kind of outside on farmers markets and more, I found out, as full-time musician, I'm very served with public, of course, and bringing my songs to the people, etc. Then the YouTube and all the live and broadcast, what I do, made me kind of satisfied. So never really took the time then really maybe to write more emails to broadcasts or radio senders or TV stations to say, hey, do you want to play my songs? Do you maybe want to embed my or amp my broadcast into your doing as media or content creator? Maybe I do that, of course, as man of music in the first place. Of course, I do this for myself, but in the main or in the further thinking of it, of course, this is my bread. I earn my bread with it. So of course I'm doing orderings, or I serve orderings if in need or want to, for doing music, etc., etc. Like I said, I'm a very busy guy, so taking time to do emails to a lot of people. Like I said, I play my guitar in public, so this is always thinking about this. Okay, this is where I get my money from. But of course, if radio senders come in my way, they say, "Hey, you are an interesting man with interesting music, etc., etc." I'm very thankful and happy about it. And of course, thanks for each and everybody who uses my, or want to use my compositions, or even my productions of music. I'm a musician, Andy Globe, kind of. Get at me, or maybe somehow I will get at you, kind of, very likely. Let's say it got, when the right timing, maybe connect us, or bring us on the same table, kind of. What I came around with the idea was, if I mean, I have SoundCloud, I have YouTube, etc., and all these tracks, or a lot of tracks, and I think tracks and good sound quality are around as well, for having maybe a radio. Maybe check out my Barney the Beat Collector, check out my SoundCloud, etc., etc., and my YouTube. If you do it maybe with your equipment, or put it to your consoles, kind of, you can maybe get the last maybe 10-15% out of it anyway. So if you in system maybe to go for my SoundCloud and more, you can take tracks from there easily. So for every broadcast or radio sender or TV station that says, "Hey, check out the for example, Low Light Great Rims, that's a great version," or my Brave song, or one of my beats I have around from my Barney the Beat Collector, you can use them, and make your, or write your build to it, and we come together, kind of, if you like. A lot of time, I think it's too spare maybe in that system, etc., etc. Like I said, let's say it got to the point we come, maybe hopefully somehow on the same table, for having or broadcast and great music and art, if you like. So I'm not in any, of course. I think everybody gets in the same direction. Everybody maybe think that the Ferrari Enzo GT is a great designed sports wagon, and this is maybe the direction. We love good music, and try to make a life out of good music, and want to make ourselves and other people happy with great music, and maybe great artists. So we are on the same table already. Andy Globe. Minutes of my broadcast this morning. Another great idea maybe I came around with was, I'm a fan of the He-Man and all these what it is, puppets, maybe, especially from Mattel, and a lot of other conductors, maybe, of these kind of products. I think a big movie maybe missing out so far, maybe on a Hollywood production. He-Man, I came up with the idea of maybe filming He-Man, etc., etc. We can use maybe a lot of bodybuilders in it, at least in my thinking. I think I always was a fan, or I'm a fan of course, bodybuilding under God. But I think that's it looks great. The He-Man and all these guys, they had it once in the TV series. I don't know what the name was, but there was a couple of bodybuilders in it. It was a very funny comedy at the time. Maybe some of these. Maybe there's a great project that can come together. He-Man, and I had the idea of maybe, I don't know if there is already one in planning, but we have the soccer, I think the World Soccer Championship in the US this year. And you maybe checked it out earlier on. I did some Playmobil postings. They have Playmobiles. This is kind of, I think it's, I don't know if it's a German manufacturer, but it's kind of Mattel. What you have maybe, or they have in the US. We say it's a Playmobil. It's kind of, they're doing puppets out of plastic. Very beautiful, I think beautiful puppets, and more. And they have it in even in the German soccer dress and a lot of other soccer dresses. So maybe I thought about if McDonald's maybe put together an soccer championship menu. Even the clown maybe can or wears a soccer dress. The McDonald's clown maybe a sport menu kind of. I don't know, maybe a soccer or world champion menu, etc. from McDonald's, or maybe Burger King, I don't know, or maybe both. Why McDonald's? I don't know. I think art or design is very great, and I have respect for McDonald's. They, I think, around since more than, I don't know, since I can think. And here and there, I go to McDonald's. Maybe not very often. As an artist or as a sportsman, I cook myself. It's more cheap, but here and there I like the McDonald's or the Burger King as well. So they have at least have a great ice cream, and here and there, why not have them? I don't want to miss a burger, maybe as well from these manufacturers. Slash, I came up with the idea, maybe having the fridge meal of it, maybe the hamburger classic menu on fridge based. Maybe you can do it by yourself, warming up at home in your stove, maybe on a Saturday evening. You want to go out anymore, but maybe looking a great soccer game or doing something else for relaxing, and say, hey, why not having a hamburger menu? Maybe, of course, not the exact quality kind of you get it from or straight from the McDonald's ordering kind of, but maybe similar with the salt, with the ketchup, etc. Even maybe possible the Coca-Cola based on a granulate, kind of what I posted earlier on. So you can even have a Coca-Cola, maybe buy powder and give water to it. Let's see about that. If anybody of maybe McDonald's or any worker that has to do with McDonald's or Burger King listens to that, I wrote them an email. Let's see about that. Instant, that's what we call it, at least in Germany, an instant-based Coca-Cola. Andy Globe. So what we hear is the delay, I think. Beautiful. Yeah, stay tuned for more. Thanks for buying. Check out my IBAN. Check out my addresses as well around or to find there. For closer information or for special orderings in terms of music, etc., etc. Andy Globe.